Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to Bangalore Virtual MuleSoft Meetup 35, and today's topic will be MuleSoft Composer. Hope I'm loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Nitish, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you. So before we start, safe harbor statement. So both speaker and host are organizing this meetup in individual capacity. We are not representing our companies here. This presentation is strictly for learning purpose, and we as host or speaker or presenter do not hold any responsibility that this solution presented will work as it is. This is not a promotional activity. Housekeeping. So uh, this meetup will be recorded and will be uploaded to the same page where you have RSVP for the event. You can see the recording there, and we also encourage everyone to be more interactive. Ask your questions in chat box, or you can come on mic and ask your question directly to the speaker. At the end, give us the feedback. You will be receiving an email as feedback after the session. Do give us, so we'll get to know how it was, or if any particular topic you are looking for, so we can work on it. Coming to organizers, so myself Nitish Jain, I'm senior application developer at Accenture. We have Sham, Jyoti, Pranav, and Vandana. Guys, can you please unmute yourself and tell us something about yourself?
Okay. I'm Shyamraj Prasad and I'm engineering leader at Trigon Infotech. I have more than 13 plus experience. I've worked in Java, AWS, MuleSoft, and integration technologies. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, hi everyone, this is Jyoti Nimbalkar. I'm staff engineer currently at Nagaru and I have around 8 years of IT experience and yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, hey everyone. So myself Pranav, and I'm module lead in Tech System Global Services in India. I'm having a total 7+ years of experience in complete integration technologies, ranging from Oracle SOA, MuleSoft, OIC, and a couple of others. Yeah, so welcome everyone to this particular meetup.
Hi everybody, this is Vandana. I'm working as senior software developer at Voltec. So I have totally around 4.5 years of experience, everything into middleware, and around 2.5 years of experience into MuleSoft. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks everyone. So without wasting more time, uh, so I'll hand over to Aditi. Aditi, can you please introduce yourself and take over from here?
Yeah, sure, Nitish. Okay, shall I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I guess you will stop, then only I'll be able to share my screen. Yeah, thank you. Give me a minute, let me share my. Guys, let me know when you
Yeah.
can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, welcome to this MuleSoft meetup, everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me start with my introduction. So I am Aditi working in Accenture from close to 2 years, and I'm based out of Noida. I'm having more than 15 years of experience, and that too majorly into the integration platform only. So I started my career with TEPCO Business Works, and then I moved to the MuleSoft. And from last 3+ years, I'm working as a MuleSoft integration architect, and also as a delivery manager as well. Majorly worked on Salesforce platform projects only. Okay. Let me just make it in presenting mode. Okay, just one call out before I start. That even I am not having like hands-on experience on MuleSoft Composer, but like whatever I have learned from the MuleSoft blogs and documentation and YouTube, I'll try my best to make you guys understand like what is MuleSoft Composer and how we can use that and where. Okay, so let's start with the agenda. So what all I'll be covering. So here we can see that just use. Okay. So first, yeah, obviously we'll introduce about what is like MuleSoft Composer, then its benefits and like who for all it is intended to be targeted. Then we will be talking about like how we can create a flow within MuleSoft Composer, followed by like demo. I have kept 2 quick demos, but let's see if time permits. Then only we'll go through both the demos. Otherwise, we will just do a single one only, and followed by Q&A, question and answers. So team, like everyone, just make this session interactive as much as possible so that like everyone will have the interest. Okay. So let me start. So let's go by the definition here, and then I'll just explain with the help of an example as well. So what MuleSoft Composer is, it is a part of MuleSoft automation package where admin, marketers, or any business user can build integration swiftly without any prior coding or integration experience. So basically what MuleSoft did, they launched a new product. It is similar to the Mule ESP only, where people can do the integration between different like systems, applications, or they'll integrate the data or sync the data between 2 systems, right? So what MuleSoft did, they launched this particular tool, but it is majorly for whom? It is for the business users, right? So that they can directly do the integration between different applications and between the data as per their need. Okay, so let's understand why there is a need for this came in, as we already having that MuleSoft ESB. So basically what MuleSoft team did, like Salesforce team, they did a survey basically on the challenges faced by the different business teams like Salesforce team, HR team, or customer service team, right? Like what are the major challenges that they face? So one of the like most common challenges what they have mentioned is that, so for any kind of like automation, or if they want to accelerate the any process, right? And if they want to improve the communication among the different like across the organization, right? So therein basically they have to get the integration, right? And for that they are totally dependent on the IT team. And basically like getting it developed by the IT team is a long process, right? So we know first like requirement needs to be gathered. After that, like it needs to be finalized. Then it needs to be like discussed with the vendor. Then basically costing will happen. Then designing, then implementation, testing, and then it will go live, right? And that too, on top of that depends upon the IT team bandwidth as well, and also depends on their ongoing priority projects, right? So to cater that, like what MuleSoft did, they launched this particular product that is like MuleSoft Composer, wherein like different can do the integration without doing any coding, just that with the help of like few clicks, they are good to do the integration. So some of the examples is like let's say HR team wants to accelerate the new basically hire process, right? By updating the profile and the payload attributes from Workday to Jira and alerting the employees in the Slack. So what they can do, they can make use of MuleSoft Composer, and they can do the integration and make that like activate on the production. So that will be like in a very short span of time, they will be able to do the integration. Team, just let me know if anywhere I'm not not understandable, then just please let me know. I hope till now it is like clear, right? Team, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, Aditi. Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. So other examples can be sales team. They can build a composer flow, right, between the Salesforce and NetSuite, right, where they can improve the operational efficiency, right, and also they can build an integration between Salesforce and Tableau to see the like business performance or reports, right. So there are many like use case wherein like different business teams can use this. But yeah, definitely it comes with the cost only. So but it will make the so there are few small like companies, right? It's a retail company where they don't have their own IT team, right? So there it's a, like a very useful product. They can just buy it and make use of that. Okay. See that it has helps to automate everything, empower anyone, right, and deliver success. It makes sense because uh, MuleSoft provide users with easy access to build and deliver end-to-end automation, right? Basically, it helps in arriving the automation, uh, improving the communication across the organization, and accelerating and improving the efficiency as well of the business. So here, this picture you can see, right? Here you can see one side we have a Salesforce, and another side we have a MuleSoft Composer. So here what has been presented here is uh, that we can do the integration uh, by let's say for an example, like Salesforce can invoke a MuleSoft Composer flow, right? So what MuleSoft Composer, let's say in a flow, it is written that uh, let's say whenever like this MuleSoft Composer flow has been invoked by the Salesforce, so they will like few steps are has been written in under that, right? Might be based on an event in the Salesforce, so data needs to be pushed uh, to let's say NetSuite, right? And then after that, let's say we have to notify the team members, so message can be sent to the Slack, right? So there are various use cases, right, uh, which which we can discuss, but let's move to another slide. So here is like one of the use case that helps you to understand more. Okay, so herein if you can see, this is like a general use case, right? Might be we have also uh, faced this, right, during our lifespan. So here there is one person, John Smith. I mean, what he, as a New Year resolution, so he thought of like starting the cycling, right, every day. So what he did, he visit one of the like Jepson cycle website, right? He was impressed with one of the electric bicycle, right? So he sees an interest and he fills the form immediately. But then what happened? Rise to him, he felt out no one contacts him, and even don't receive any acknowledgement email or invite from the associate to discuss more on this, right? So basically to solve this problem, basically sorry, what Salesforce team can do to solve the problem, right? So So here we can see, again, we have one side as a Salesforce, another like system or entity as a MuleSoft Composer. So basically how we can resolve this issue. So let's say in a Salesforce, that is via experience layer. So like John will enter the details, right? His details, like he shows the interest in like one of the electric bicycle, right? So what happened in the Salesforce? One lead and opportunity has been created. That is like a, what we can say, some event happened inside the Salesforce, right? So what can be done to solve this problem? So in the Salesforce, so when this lead and opportunity has been created, what can be done? A flow is written wherein like a development team can invoke a MuleSoft Composer flow, right? So MuleSoft Composer flow is like an API which we expose, let's say via our Mule ESP as well, right? So we have a URL as well, client ID and client secret. So with the help of that, Salesforce can invoke the API and I mean that flow, Composer flow, right? And that's expecting details so that that can be used to basically send the Google invite to the customer. Here, John is the customer, right? And post that, like message can be sent to the sales team, right? To intimate them that there is an opportunity created and there is an invite has been sent to the customer. So basically team needs to cater that, right? This will help to solve this problem. So if you can see here, this has been invoked and from the MuleSoft Composer. I'll explain about this thing, like what is written here. We'll discuss about different anatomy in the Composer, what we can say, the flow builder, right? So I explain that later. Just ignore this part. So is just that API or MuleSoft Composer has been called, then in the flow, what is written is to the Google Calendar invite to the John, and then parallelly send the message to the sales team. Okay. Is this clear? Am I
Yes, Aditi, it is.
okay? Okay, fine. Let's move further. Okay. So although we discuss about benefits and like targeted audience, but let's go through once like all the points. So basically it is written that it is developed to solve the integration challenges and relieve the burden of central IT and line of business teams, right? Even IT team is also getting relief, right? Everything will not come to them. There will be many like small integrations that like line of business team can itself like implement, right, with the help of MuleSoft Composer. Okay, so this tool is mainly designed for the SaaS admins, right? For business analyst, marketers, salespeople, and customer service, right? HR team. Uh, yeah, so basically all the line of business teams. Okay, yeah, this is true that no code is required, just with the help of clicks only. It is easy to implement an integration. Okay, here are some few like a use case or we can say advantages where business users can use this integration tool to automate their task, right? So what they can do, uh, let's say there needs to be sync required between two systems, right? Earlier they might be doing manually, right? Or there is no integration till now, so they can just build a flow and do this, right? Improving customer experience. So the example, the use case which we just talked about is the same, right? Wherein customer experience is getting improved. Okay, insight into the business performance, right? So there can be an example that data can be sent to the, let's say, any reporting system, right? And therein like more reports can be seen just to see like where business is going. So for like different types of what we can say benefits, this MuleSoft Composer can be used. Yeah, one more thing. So earlier, like what Salesforce does is they have launched a product that is mainly doing the integration with the Salesforce and let's say different third parties, let's say Workday, Google Sheet, Google Calendar, Jira, Zendesk, right? It was majorly the Salesforce applications only. But what after that, after some time, what Salesforce team does, they basically this tool has been exposed for another SaaS applications as well, apart from the Salesforce. If I'm not wrong, it is open for all now. Okay. So these are like few features. Let's quickly talk about so that we can move to like steps required to create a flow. So here you can see that, yeah, so we need the connection, right, between 4 different systems. Let's say if we are integrating with, let's say, Google Calendar or sending a message to the Slack. So we need a connection between with Slack and with like Google Drive, right? So, and we need the authenticated user only to go to different systems. So that is provided by the MuleSoft Composer. So wherein we can establish a connection with the help of URL and username and password. Okay, so second thing, if we can see here, the data can be extracted from different systems, right? That is based on the event or on the like schedule, the way we are having in MuleSoft as well, ESB. And can be mapped to the another system. Similarly, the way we are having a data weave. Use sample data every step of a flow. This is also good. Sample data can be visible when we are creating a flow. So I'll show you that. Also, like we can do the filtration and route through the condition. So here we have if else condition, which can be used to basically filter or route through a flow based on different conditions. Loop through collection of records and perform specific action in each record. That is like we have a for each loop where we can do the looping on the different like collection of records. Yeah, we talked about that we can synchronize the data across different systems. Then we can manage the flow. And at last, yeah, troubleshooting is the essential, so that can also be done. Any doubt till now? I hope I'm not going very fast, right? Let me know.
Aditi, we thought like initially the person does not have any technical knowledge, they can able to create a workflow like this, right? The composer.
Correct.
But if I can see the futures, I can see, right? I can see I have something like filters and looping the collection object. Something we have it, na?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it
We are
has,
having.
na? It should require some knowledge, right?
Yeah. So basically, that will be like very basic knowledge that a person, if any person who is working, let's say a business unit, they must have that much of knowledge, right? I'll show you. I guess you will be able to understand more when I'll talk about how to create the steps, right? When you'll
Okay.
see the interface, you'll get to know. It's very like familiar, user friendly. So just let me explain the steps to create the flow, and still if you have any question, then we can discuss. Is that fine? Sorry, I didn't see like who asked the question.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So here we can see that how we can basically create the flow, right? What all different entities are part of like flow, right? So as I talked earlier as well, connection, right? That is with the different systems. If we are integrating, we need a connection with that, right? So connection is basically a username password you will use to access the data, right? Plus the URL. So here we can see. So when we start the flow, we can see that like with which system we need the connection, right? So here you can see Google Sheet, Workday, all these are mentioned here. So if we click, let's say, a Gmail, then yeah, we need to enter the username and password right there. Okay, after we establish the connection, we define the connection, we can use it multiple times in the same flow, right? The way we were having global elements in Mule ESB, right? Same way. We can use the same connection and in the different flows as well. And also, like, Composer never exposes the credentials, right? Connections available. It's only with the one who is implementing. It will not be visible to anyone else who are also building the flow. So here we have the link wherein we have different like reference for all the Composer connectors. Okay, so this is one of the component that we need. Okay, another thing is trigger. So let's say Composer flow should start, right? So it can be based on an event in an application, which we called as event-driven, what we can say, flow, right? Wherein, let's say, so as we talked about that, John showed the interest in like getting the bicycle, right? So that is an event in the application. So that event-based trigger. Another one can be sorry, I mixed up. That was not an event based. That was like the last one, which I'll talk about. The second one can be, let's say, if we want to run a flow at the scheduled time, right? So the way we are having schedulers in the Mule ESP, right? That can also be done. Another one is, let's say we exposed an API, right? So we are exposing a MuleSoft Composer flow, and that can be invoked by the external system. So right in the previous use case, the trigger like the third one here, because they're also like Salesforce invoked the MuleSoft Composer flow as an invocable flow. Okay, so here also that the trigger is invoke this flow from an external system via post request, right? And here we can see all the fields which are required by the API. Okay, so here we can see that total 8 fields must be sent by the Salesforce to the the MuleSoft Composer flow to basically initiate the flow. Okay, we will also talk about, we have one use case in the demo wherein it is like event based, right? So basically, let's say in an application, like after one step, right, we need information to be sent to different system, right? So we can have that flow as well. Let's say an entity has been created in the system, post that we wanted to be like needs to be sent to another system. So that can be an example of event based. Okay, so we talked about connection, then trigger, then we have action. Action is like, let's say when the trigger happened, right? What needs to be done as part of that flow? So here you can see defines what happens to the data returned by the trigger and when those actions should be taken, for example, with the help of data returned via MuleSoft Composer invocable API. Yeah, so basically what has been here, the reference has been taken from the previous use case only, wherein like whatever data is being returned by the Salesforce by invoking the API, that data can be used to create a Slack message, right? Because we need the customer details, right? Also to send the Google Calendar, also we need customer details like their email ID. What is the customer preferred time to have the meeting to connect with the sales team. So all that information is being returned by the system who's triggering the flow. Okay, so here it is mentioned using the triggers and action of composers. we can make the flow as elaborate or as simple as necessarily, right? So we can have different like actions within the flow, right? It can be like we can create a Jira ticket, then can send the message to the Slack, and then we can intimate back to the, we can update the, let's say, any customer Zendesk ticket as well, just to inform that this has been happened in the background. So there can be like a complex flow as well, and can be as simple as possible. Okay, and action can be like when we are having the trigger as the scheduler, right? So therein like the action would be to fetch the data from the different system, right? It will not be directly to basically start doing something based out of data, because data is not there. So as a first action, it will be like to fetch the data from the different system.
So Aditi, can actions be considered as operations? Like
Uh,
what we
op-
operations have for Salesforce, so the same way actions for MuleSoft Composer.
yeah, we can say, but not exactly, because actions can be like uh, it it are like, because these are like multiple things that is being happening, right? It can be like a creation as well, or after that we are updating something as well. So it's not a single operation,
Okay.
but different set of like actions which we are doing as part of the flow.
Okay. Like I was relating as it's a get user by email in Slack, right? So it's a get operation. So that I was connecting.
um, yeah, we can relate that, but yeah, I mean, let's say if we talk about this, like wherein we have a scheduler, right? So therein, yeah, so first we need to fetch the details from the system, so that can be like a get operation only. Yeah, so we
Okay.
can relate, yeah, to understand in a more simpler way. Okay, so if here we can see like what one person asked about, that we need the like coding experience, right? So if you can see here, uh, that different conditions are written here, right? Although I'll be able to explain more in the demo, but if you can see here, na, that is like very user friendly, right? So let's say as part of Google Calendar, right? Or if we need to send the message, right? So all the fields will be auto populated, right? Whatever Google Calendar fields will be there, so that will be auto populated. We just need to map with the previous section or previous like step, whatever we are having. So like if an API has been invoked, then like whatever is the input from the API, that can be used in the Google Calendar to send the invite to the, basically, to the customer. So all that information will be available, and that uh, anyone can see. I mean, whosoever is implementing the flow, he or she can see that basically here in the right side sample output, if we can see here. So it's a like very user friendly to basically worked upon. Okay, so when we see the demo, then we can understand better. Okay, now so once we have like implemented the connection, trigger, and action, then simply we can verify our flow by doing the testing. So if you can see here, so it was the same use case which we discussed about, that when a lead and opportunity has been created in the Salesforce by the customer. So customer will get the invite, if you can hear, right? All these, like whatever has been written in the email has been implemented in the Composer flow. So if you can see here, this is like a variable which is being basically what is the name of the customer is being fetched from the input which MuleSoft Composer API got, right? And this is also like in which cycle the person is interested. Rest all is static, but yeah, few things here we can see is the dynamic, right? Email ID of the customer also. That has also been received from the what we can say from the previous step only. And also you can see here to the sales team. Here we can see this is like Slack message which has been received to the sales team, right? So if you can see here, it is written here we have a new lead, right? And these are the details of the customer. So all these are like designed in the flow itself. And you can see here we have electric, basically one channel for electric cycle sales team and one is for non-electric. So based on the condition in the flow only, like what you selected, based on that, it has been designed to send the message to the different channels. So that is like wherein if and else use case come into the picture. Okay, after that, like once we test it, so simply by clicking the activate button, it's not very clear because I didn't get any like image to be captured. But yeah, here we can see we can just simple a click of activate that this can be activated either on the sandbox or on the production. After that, like anytime monitoring can be done about the behavior of the flow. So here we can see like what all, excuse me, what all are the different sample data, which we can see here. Okay, so this is like one of the page. I mean, this is the home page for the MuleSoft Composer. If you can see, there are different entities here. Here is the overview, right? Which is like this page only, where we can see we have the overview of the. Then second one is flow, wherein we can, when we click, we can start creating the flow. Then usage summary is it's a their organization can see like what is monthly task and credit usage per flow of your organization, right? Then we have templates. So templates are like what a most common used integrations, right? That can be used across different organization. So we have a templates for that as well. So that can be used just that, like if we have to add or to remove something, so that can be done. And based on the connection, so we can leverage the pre-built composer templates as well. So this is common when the help wherever that is required. So we can click on help and it will take us to the MuleSoft documentation only. And here we can see it is like if we have to create the flow. So this is like the home screen for a MuleSoft Composer, we can say interface, right? That is a web-based only. Okay, let's go to the demo. But just one thing, before, I would like to tell that because it's a paid, what we can say, product. So there is no any free trial for this. So I'm not able to show you hands-on here. But yeah, I have take out a video from the MuleSoft site only just to show a quick demo, right? I'll explain in between wherever you guys are unable to understand, right? And I'll help in between as well. Okay, so are we go to see the video as a demo?
Yes, Aditi. And it should be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just take out like two demos.
Do we have any IDE for this MuleSoft Composer, or we have to do it in cloud only directly?
In the platform. It should be in the
No,
platform.
it's yeah. It,
Just like, yeah, just like
and
ACB.
yeah, in the Salesforce as well. Yeah, in the Salesforce application also. So that is application wherever we have Salesforce as a admin, right? So in the Salesforce application, we can directly just we have for the MuleSoft Composer as well, and there we can jump. Let me see if this is also available. Like due to screen sharing, just acting very slow. Apologize, team, for the slowness. Can I just stop share for a? Hey guys, I'm audible.
Yes, Aditi. Yeah.
Yeah, Aditi,
Yes,
audible.
Aditi, you are audible.
Okay, fine. I just stop sharing so that it will load a little early.
Yeah, you can try sharing after some time.
Mm-hmm. Let's just. I'm just waiting for video to start and then.
Or else maybe you can share the link with Nitish or so that they can share it.
Mm-hmm. Let's just try once. Otherwise, I'll share
Sure.
the link.
Sure.
Guys, are you able to hear the audio as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Aditi, we are able to hear you.
Hear me and the audio from the video, right? Which I'm playing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
audio is
Okay, fine. Then start. Oh, okay. Not sure what happened. Should I share the link in interest of everyone's time?
yeah, Aditi. Just share the link.
Mm-hmm.
Nitish, it's good, right? If you will be able to
Yeah,
share
even
this image
from
because my
the
system is.
like
Yeah, I can share. Aditi,
Nitish,
please share
from
me
the
the link.
PPT also you can click the link
Oh,
if
okay. Just give me a second.
yeah. Although it started now, but not sure in between might be it will again stuck. So it's better, Nitish, you can share your screen and play the video. Nitish, are you sharing your screen? I guess you are speaking on mute if you are.
Yeah. I'm just opening it.
Okay.
Sharing my screen.
Okay.
MuleSoft Composer is a no-code integration platform that lets business users connect apps and data quickly with clicks, not code.
Is it audible?
Yes, yes, Nitesh.
Yes,
Oh,
Nitish, it is,
sure.
but you can maximize the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
It is,
I'll
it is
do.
in my.
Sure.
And will you be able to give me the control if I need to like pause the video in between?
Code, all with oversight from the IT team. Let's look at a Zendesk to Jira integration use case built using MuleSoft Composer. When a Zendesk ticket is flagged for engineering review, we want to create a new Jira task and notify the team via Slack. To begin, log into your MuleSoft Composer account that has been provisioned by IT. Clicking on Create New Flow will take you to the Flow Builder. Composer comes with pre-built connectors for common business use cases. Let's select Zendesk as our trigger, create a connection to our Zendesk account, and then configure the flow, which can be set to run whenever a
Yeah, you want to give a brief here, Aditi? Like, just let me know whenever you want me to stop. I'll stop it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so there was one use case which can be common. So let's say if any customer is creating let's say a Zendesk ticket, right, for any problem or anything, right? So uh, so against that, a Jira ticket needs to be created within the project, right? And at the same time, uh, basically the team should be notified that this ticket has been created and this Jira has been created in the system and assigned to that person, right? So that person will be quickly intimated that yeah, one of the new ticket has been assigned to him or her, right? So that is a like a use case wherein you can see here the first thing is to basically here it has not been shown that how the connection has been established, might be due to security reasons, but yeah, here we can see the trigger would be when any Zendesk ticket has been created or updated, right? So here you can see it will the person will select the second option, new or updated ticket. Yeah,
ticket is
you
created
can
or updated. Next, let's select the Jira action for creating a new task. Composer will automatically fetch metadata from Jira and display fields to be mapped. This makes it easy to map data between different business applications. The autocomplete feature lets you select
can
any
you stop
fields
here,
returned.
Nitish? Yeah, so here you can see that uh, that the fields are automatically getting populated, right? So for creating the Jira ticket, so you can see here we have the action basically. So you can see the project, the type of the ticket which we want to create, what would be the status, like priority, summary. So summary you can see that is being mapped from the Zendesk ticket like subject. Then description from where we want to map from the, let's say from the Zendesk ticket detail, or it can be like static data only. So I hope like the person who asked that question, I hope that this helps this to answer that. Okay, not sure who that person was, but yeah, we can start. Nitish, we can go ahead.
from a previous step. Composer also enables powerful multi-step flows and conditional logic. Let's add some conditional logic along with another action to send a Slack message, which will notify the product team of the Jira ticket if it was created successfully. Inputs such as the Slack message can contain dynamic values by simply referencing them by name. Once
Yeah, here
built,
here
you
you
can
can
test the
see.
flow.
Yeah, so here you can see that message has been created dynamically by taking the data from the Zendesk ticket, right? And here you can see that a condition has been applied, right? The Zendesk ticket status, if it is not closed, right, then a message needs to be sent to the user, right? So after it got closed, then no one will be notified about that. So that was the condition which has been applied here. Now to test the flows, the name has been given to the flow and then it can be tested. Yeah, Nitish, you can play, please.
Flow for a single execution by clicking the test button. As we submit the ticket in Zendesk, our integration creates a task in Jira and sends a Slack notification. Once
Yeah,
testing is
stop here.
complete,
Yeah, so here, I guess, yeah, the screen has been mixed up. Anyways, so in the right side, we saw that one like Slack message also like popped up, right? And I guess your unsolved ticket is like Jira ticket, which is like created against that Zendesk ticket. I hope this use case or demo is like understandable to all, like what has been done, and it was done within a few clicks only, right? No code or no implementation has been done. Okay, Natasha, you can play.
testing is complete, you can activate the flow in production with a simple click. Once activated, we can monitor each execution of the flow and make updates to the flow as needed. MuleSoft Composer facilitates no-code integrations, helping ensure that business users are able to build the integrations they need without adding additional work for IT teams.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
stop sharing.
so yeah, you can. Although we have one more demo, but I can see it's like we are running when we are 1 minute over time. So if everyone is like okay to continue, then I can show that use case demo as well. That is also a short one, only 3 to 4 minutes. Otherwise, the link is there in the PPT. Like everyone can go through that after. I mean, after the call or later on, whenever they required. Yeah, let me share my screen. So guys, let me know if you want to uh, go through the another demo. Then I can share. I can play that as well.
Yeah, I can.
Just give me a minute. Every time you have to fill this detail. Button. Okay, seems like same. So
Yeah, Aditi, in that case,
either Nitish can play
however,
or
link is there, right? Mhm. Yeah, like people who are interested can refer to it later. I guess we can jump on to Q&A session.
yeah, it's better like not to spend more
Yeah.
time. like good use case, so people can refer this.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe you can
Okay, so with
paste
this
the
we
link in the chat
end
window as well.
Okay,
Guys, I'll say please
I'll
stay
do
back. I
that.
have something to share at the end.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Let me just stop. It started, I guess now. Yeah, you can share your screen. That is.
No,
Can
no,
you stop sharing?
Aditya. No, no, I don't have anything to share. It's like just to give some information at the end.
Okay,
So
before
asking
that,
everyone to hold
anyone
back.
is having
Yeah.
any. Okay, fine. Any questions from anyone? Okay, either it is understandable to everyone or it's just went out of